we are on to the second installment of Anime Book Club, covering ReZero, Starting Life in Another World, episodes 4 through 7. If you didn't watch, go back to episode 2. Go watch episodes 1 through 3. Listen to that. Discuss, process. The show is intense. It's a lot. I love it. I love hearing you guys' reactions. Like I said, discuss in the comments here, Instagram, tweet at us, whatever. I want to hear it. I love hearing people's reactions that go through the show. I love hearing the guys just message like, bro, I can't deal with this. The show's crazy. But yeah, we covered episodes 4 through 7. Got a nice little I feel like I picked a nice place to stop, or we still have to continue this part of the story. But yeah, guys, episodes 4 through 7, we get Subaru waking up in the mansion. We meet a bunch of new characters. We got a whole new environment. We got the twins, Rem and Ram. We got Betty. We got Roswald, giving major Hisoka vibes.
He remind me of Orochimaru.
Yo,
for real.
Bro, they always got one.
Always the
they
one weird ass anime character, bro.
Who's just ridiculously strong, and you don't know the true extent of his power.
You see my son. You see Roswell tried to get in the bathtub. I don't know if you.
Bro, that was a yo. That's what I'm saying with anime. Sometimes, bro, they be a little bit too comfortable. And like my man turned around and he was looking right at it. I'm like, yeah, whatever.
Are you saying you're not comfortable?
Nah, I mean it is what it is. It's just the that made me uncomfortable only because like since you work for me, you're my property. And then he gave him this look, and I was like, whoa.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of
on here.
You just photoshopped the Brazzers logo.
Nah, that's crazy, bro.
Nah, you photoshopped the black draw thing.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah.
Jokes.
Y'all,
massive.
Nah, don't do that, y'all. Don't do the massive. You get a nasty award for that. I was. It's so funny with this anime because I feel like a lot of times the main character is often trying to stay alive in order to fulfill the plot, but it's like Subaru. He keeps dying to figure out like how things are gonna happen going forward, and not even necessarily just figure things out, but try to figure out who in the crib is the killer or the the person who got the witch joint or whatever. Because you peep every time I come around, like they kind of foreshadow a little bit when Beatrice when she comes in, and she's like,
yeah.
Oh, what's that smell? Why you smell like witch? I suppose she's weird.
You smell dirty. You beat your skin.
That's dead. No, that's what she was saying. The whole thing was just kind of interesting. Yeah, like you said, he's trying to like figure out all this stuff and like, oh, if I do this and this will happen. I think it was crazy when he woke up in the mansion and like a week went by and he had all those cuts in his fingers from peeling the potatoes and sewing, and everything is just gone. But I thought it was nice, like when like Ram and Rem were like teaching him how to like write and read and do all this other stuff.
When Rem came through and tried to kill him though. Yo,
Raw.
That was OD.
Oh man, I remember the first time that got revealed to me. I was shooketh.
Bro, was she?
Episode 6. Yeah, she was wilding.
She pulled up on the dude, and then it's so crazy. It's like the way that he dies. It's like in GTA when you get the wasted. Exactly. My man got his arm cut off. He got his leg cut off. Got his slit throat. Got an arm cut off. It was crazy. It's really be some kind of sort of graphic death all for him to just wake up again. He waking up screaming too.
No, I love it, man. Not to it's a goriness.
Oh gosh, this guy's morbid.
No, it's not the goriness. It's just the fact that like in animes and shows in general, the whole idea is that the main character has to survive no matter what. There's very few animes that like general like the main characters in general like die. Like I feel like a lot of the ones where it happens, it always takes people by surprise, and it's just like, wow, this is kind of awesome because it's you'd never expect that. You always go, no, they have to make it out somehow because they all got to be together in the end. And like you said, the fact that most animes people are out here just trying to live and figure things out, but with him, it's him learning that he could actually use it to his advantage to be like when he doesn't figure things out, but also like getting to that point and the despair he has to go through. Like, dude, the voice actors in this shit I feel like are so good because when he sees that it's Rem, like his reaction, like the way he sounds, and it's just like the actual despair in his voice, where it's just like, yo, like why, like what? And then she's just like, she literally is like, yo, like you stink, so fuck this whole relationship we built.
Yeah, that was what was really shocking. They literally went out together, like to the village and things like that. And he's like, you see a little bit of her personality starting to come out. And then even Amelia jokes that he was like on a date with her. But yeah, and then for her to be the killer at the end was wild.
Oh, I love it.
Absolutely wild. And then you go to episode 7. Then they're like, oh, he's part of the witch cult. Like she thinks he's part of the witch cult, and it's like, whoa, where is this witch coming from?
Slow your roll.
Yep. It's pretty dope. Like you get so many different distorted versions of what reality becomes every time he dies. It's weird because I'm thinking of every anime that I watch. Like kind of like what John said. Everybody is always everybody constantly trying to stay alive. And he's like, nope, I'm gonna just die and redo it. Like it's crazy. Imagine if it was that easy. It's literally like a video game. Is you just playing out all these different scenarios, but it's dope. Subaru, he's kind of, I don't know. Right now, he's kind of a weakling, but I think maybe that'll change after a while. I guess we'll really see what happens as the series progresses.
Yeah, I mean, it's, you know what I found interesting though. I think Beatrice is the only one that kind of. All right, so you notice how in one of the times he wakes up in the mansion, Beatrice like remembers him, was like, oh yeah, you were here the other day, whereas everybody else is acting like they just met him for like the first time, like Rem and Ram.
Not acting.
Well, not acting, but like they literally just met him for like the first time. But Beatrice was like, oh yeah, you were here the other day. But I feel like they didn't really dive. Like I feel like they had a chance to like be like, for Subaru to be like, yo, how do you remember this and nobody else? Like everybody else thinks this is my first day here. But you did all this and you even played a trick on me. I thought they could have dove into that a little bit more, but I mean, other than that, it was still pretty cool. I liked how he kind of forms an alliance, a bond with Beatrice, even if it is just a contract. That was pretty cool. You do see a little bit of Beatrice's personality come out a little bit too.
Especially when she's a puck. I think she's a really interesting character because of that, because there's a lot that you don't know about her. You just know that she's not human. She's contracted to protect that library. And it's like, you gotta think the extent of his powers are so unknown, where it's like, if Roswald's the like highest level magic user in the kingdom, and Beatrice is like, yeah, I can protect you from him. It's insane to think about that. And I feel like it's, to me, the thing I'm getting is that like her library is separate from space and time. But I agree. It's just that the idea, like, you would think that he'll pick up on that and try and ask more questions. But as we know, Subaru is not the brightest, and he still kind of thinks it's a game.
He's like, he's just like, whatever. I'm just gonna die. He jumped off the cliff, and he's like, whatever happens. He's like, it's weird though. Like, I just don't. It's like the plot. It's like, how much longer is it gonna go in the circles before it like continues? And it's just like, damn. Like, how do I know when it's gonna restart again? Like, what's gonna be the next checkpoint? You know?
Yeah, no, I agree. And it's like, when does he find the checkpoints?
Yeah, you know that's what I'm saying. Exactly. That's what I want to know. Is like, when is he gonna be aware of? Oh, like, all right, this is a checkpoint. Like, all right, going from here on out. Like, if I die, I come back to this point, not that point.
Yeah. But I think that's what adds to the mystery of the show.
But I think it was how crazy was it when he went? I keep dying. Like, for real. I be dying all the time. And then when he tried to tell her that like weird spirit thing, like reached in and grabbed his heart.
I don't think bro, I don't think he can tell anybody. I think that like just even when like he went into the room when Rem died, he wanted to say something so bad, but he couldn't like bring himself to say anything. I think that's like that spirit thing kind of like messing with him.
Yeah, it's just like, it's like it won't let him.
Like, that's crazy. Like, to literally see a spirit go into your body while you're looking at it and be like, nah, you ain't gonna do this, playboy.
And then imagine the struggle of knowing that you're going through that alone. Yeah. So it's like that emotional aspect where it's like, yo, like, this is probably the hardest thing anyone can experience, and I have to go through this alone.
Yep.
Can't even explain the situation. I can't explain that I've met you 5 times already. I can't explain that you kill me. It's wild. And isn't it crazy when it's like, when he tries to bypass it later, I think in episode 7, Like he tries to be like, all right, I'm just gonna not do this whole thing, and they go, I'm gonna stay away, and then Rem dies anyway.
Yep. Yeah, he literally stayed in the library, and like saying with the space time continuum, he literally was like, "Oh dang, it's it's the fourth day already." That it was mad quick, and then they tried to accuse him, and Beatrice was like, "Nah, he was with me in the library the whole time, so he couldn't have
I
done
feel
anything."
like the way that this is gonna go with him is it's a damned if he does, damned if he don't kind of thing. You know, he makes friends with Rem. Rem tries to kill him. He stays away from Rem and everybody else. Rem dies. It's like he can't. He has to find the right solution to everything. But the what's the name of the one dude, the Orochimaru looking dude?
Oh,
Yeah,
Oswald.
he's a little sus to me. Like he's not in that way, but he's a little bit like I don't know.
He's massively sus.
Yeah.
Like
No, but like you're trying to think like what's his
exactly.
deal,
That's
right?
kind of where I'm going with. Like he's very
Why is he backing Amelia? Like a lot of questions.
It's interesting. I'm excited to see like when the other dude comes back into play. The from a couple episodes ago. Like this is before like this. Reinhard, the night dude. I'm very.
Where's he been at?
Bro, we've only gone 4 days like past that day, so we ain't gonna see Reinhardt for a little bit for it to feel like.
And you haven't left the mansion
Yeah,
yet,
right.
So.
And every time he leaves the mansion, he either jump off a cliff or he get his leg cut off. So he's like he's trying. Subaru's trying to get his life together right now.
Or he wakes up dead.
Exactly right.
The only person who can actually wake up dead. Yeah, do you guys have any favorite parts or anything?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I think I enjoyed the parts where he like the montage of him like becoming friends with Ram and Rem and learning about them. How like one sister, the youngest sister, is better at everything than the older sister, but she still adores the older sister. That was kind of fun. But yeah, I mean, not to say that there weren't good parts. It was just more of just like kind of just paying attention to try and make sure you didn't miss anything. I enjoy the back and forth between Subaru and Beatrice.
Right. It's a lot of. I feel like right now it's a lot of backstory. So I already know it's gonna. I know it's gonna pick up more, but I still fucking with it like as it is. But my favorite part would probably be when Subaru was telling the story about the blue ogre and the red ogre. And I'm thinking that somehow is gonna tie into something. I feel like I pay attention to these little things, so I feel like it's foreshadowing. There'd be the littlest things that foreshadow things when it comes to anime. So I feel like that whole interaction with Rem or Ren. I'm sorry, I always get the two confused. Their names are too similar.
Rem is red. Rem is
okay.
blue.
So it was Rem that he was talking to, telling the story about the red ogre and the blue ogre. I felt like that was a very. I feel like it will be a critical plot point. I didn't watch ahead this time, so I really don't know if it will be
awesome.
So I guess we're gonna see.
Yeah, no, that's good. I think I did mention it before, and first I do want to touch on what you guys are saying because I think that there is a lot of background, and also like how you're saying like the montage of him building those relationships. Good shows always build those relationships, especially when it comes to like when there's loss involved, and that's why we were talking about Game of Thrones before. That's why when people die in Game of Thrones, like literally before I started watching Game of Thrones, my friends were like, just know whoever you love is gonna die. Just whatever relationship you build with the character is gonna die. That's what makes deaths painful in shows like that. And that's also why I feel like main characters in a lot of shows never do die. Yeah, like the fact that they're building it up, and then when you see instead of them dying, it's him being killed by them, it's just insane. But yeah, so I think my favorite part is towards the end of episode 6 when he sees that it's Rem, and it's just like I thought we had something, like I thought we built this relationship, but yet here you are. Just the betrayal he felt, the despair and everything. I think that was just super fire. That was definitely my favorite part. How do you guys think I don't want to do in the next section, but how do you guys think the next episode's gonna go?
Oh man, I mean, honestly, I don't even know at this point. I mean, because episode 7 ends with him literally just jumping off the cliff.
Yep.
I don't.
Any theories?
He's gonna wake up. I bet he wakes up in the same spot. Actually, no. He's gonna wake up in a different. He's gonna wake up in a different spot, still in the mansion, but like I don't know, something else is gonna be different about it.
Okay.
I don't know. It's tough to tell the direction that the show is gonna go, but I feel like somebody's gonna get exposed for doing something. Like now he's gonna realize that he can't just be hidden the entire time, and he's gonna have to figure out like what's actually going on. I feel like the Roswell dude is gonna play a role in what's gonna happen next, and yeah, I feel like his character development is gonna grow a little bit more because I feel like out of Rand, Beatrice, and Amelia, no, like his character in the mansion at least has been developed the least. I feel like I know more about Puck than I know about Roswell, so I think that's probably gonna get a little bit more developed in the next episode. But I guess we'll see.
Those submission theories. I mean, I know what happened, so I'm obviously not gonna take part in that. But yeah, it is dope. The idea of like just the air of mystery they have around Roswell is so good. He's not as creepy as Hisoka from my people who have watched Hunter x Hunter, because Hisoka likes small children. But he definitely gets that Orochimaru vibes. I think it's done a really good job. And yeah, absolutely. The way this episode ends, and then especially if you're watching it for the first time and you really don't know what's happening next, I don't blame you. And I feel like it's been like I keep reiterating it. That's one of the reasons why the show is so good. You honestly have no clue what's gonna happen.
I like the unpredictability of the show, though. I will say that.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
I'm glad you guys have been enjoying it. Heads up, next week we're going to be doing episodes 8 through 11. So you're going to watch episode 11. Stop after that. That will be the next chunk we got to do for the next episode. Hope you guys have been enjoying it. I love hearing the reactions. Like whenever I tell people, I'm literally like just like Ryan Arnold told me, let me know as you go through episode to episode, because I like to see the journey that you're experiencing as well, to see like how it relates to how I am, at least everyone else is, because it's just the show is just crazy. It's so good. I'm glad you guys have been enjoying it. I love that you guys are literally like, I don't know what to think. I don't know how to feel.
All I could do is predict, and either I'm right or either I'm wrong. All I know is that I don't know what's gonna happen next.
Facts.
Yeah. Oh boy. I will say though, I admire Subaru's persistence. He's gonna get Amelia. I feels that.
Maybe in like episode 400 something, but
exactly. But at least you know it's coming. It's gonna happen one way or another.
To stay in a friend Subaru.
Hey man, everybody got to play their role at some point, right?
Next man up. Yeah, no, he's definitely persistent. All right. Think it's time to wrap it up, guys.
Excited for Anime Book Club this week. Just keep on the lookout. We got more Mets, Yankees coming next week. As always, NFL preseason as we get closer to the NFL. Exciting, and yeah, that's basically all I got.
Oh, that's right. You just reminded me, guys. As starting this episode, you're going to see, we are not going to be on SoundCloud anymore. We're going to be moving over to a new platform. It's going to be Podbean. This is going to be on going forward, and also through there, we're going to be able to get it on all the other platforms that we can as well. So look out for that. If you were on the SoundCloud, appreciate it, but we are shifting over. So if you want to keep up track, we're going to try and have it on all the big podcast platforms, your Apple Music, your Apple Pods, whatever, Google, Spotify, all that good stuff. So just keep checking out. It's going to be moving forward through that.
Yeah, But yeah, we're wrapping up. Remember, kids, wash your legs, tip your bartenders, and always finish in transition.
Definitely tip your bartenders. Oh God, JT, I'm so happy you said that, bro.
All right.
Make sure you finish those layups, kids, because yeah.
Yeah, this has been episode 3 of the Sarutobi Sports Pod. It's been a pleasure. Feels good to be back. This is John. Catch me at on Moo the number 2. I think there's an underscore in between.
I think so too.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure on Instagram. At @FNNRL on Twitter. Follow the Sarutobi Sports everywhere. Yeah. Love y'all.
You already know the vibes. J_Thomas. That's the Twitter. Follow it. I'm funny sometimes. I be retweeting some dope memes. Don't worry about the Instagram.
Oh, y'all can just follow me at Sarutobi Sports. That's it. Signing off. Y'all be easy.